You know that feeling, right? You're just staring at something you know you should be doing, but you just can't. Well, today we're going to talk about a super simple but crazy powerful tool to completely demolish that feeling. It's called the 2-minute rule. So let's just dive right in. I mean, seriously, think about it for a second. Putting on your running shoes, opening a book, sending one single email. The task itself, it's not hard at all, but actually starting it, man, that can feel completely impossible. So why is that? Why is that first tiny step so ridiculously hard? It's something we all feel, and figuring out why is the first step to actually beating. Okay, so the reason it's so tough to get going is because it feels like we run smack into this wall of procrastination. It's this totally invisible barrier, right? But it's made of resistance and friction, and it just stands there between you and the thing you know you need to do. And listen, even though it's not a real physical wall, it can feel just as solid, can't it? And here's something that's really, really important to get. This is not about being lazy. It is not a character flaw. You're just up against a basic law of physics, really. You know, an object at rest stays at rest. The real enemy here isn't your willpower. It's just inertia. Our brains are literally hardwired to save energy. So getting something new started takes a little bit of a push. All right, so if the big bad guy here is inertia, the question is, how do we create that little push we need to get going? Well, that is where the secret comes in. The thing that lets us just smash right through that wall. And here it is. It's so simple. The rule says that any new habit you want to start should take less than 2 minutes to do. And that's it. See, the point isn't to finish the huge task. The point is to make the start of the task so easy, so ridiculously simple that you just can't say no to it. I mean, come on, less than 2 minutes? Anyone can do something for 120 seconds. Okay, so this rule is kind of like a Swiss Army knife. It's got 2 awesome ways you can use it. The first version is the do it now version. If a task pops up and it takes less than 2 minutes, just do it. Right then, right there. Get that dish out of the sink. Fire off that quick email. Boom, done. The second version, though, this is where it gets really powerful. This is the start small version. It's all about taking a huge, scary goal and shrinking the very first step down to something that takes, you guessed it, less than 2 minutes. Now, I know what you might be thinking. That's it? That sounds way too simple to actually work. But trust me, there is some really powerful psychology going on under the hood here. Let's get into the science of why this little trick works so well on our brains. You know, most of us have this idea completely backwards. We think we need to feel motivated and then we'll take action. But the truth is, it's almost always the other way around. Taking action is the spark. Motion creates emotion. Think about it. You don't wait until you feel like a runner to go for a run. You just start running. And it's that act of running that makes you feel like a runner. And what this does is it kicks off this amazing little positive feedback loop in your brain. So step 1, you take that tiny 2-minute action. Maybe it's just putting on your workout clothes. Step 2, your brain goes, hey, we did something. That's progress. And then step 3, that little feeling of progress, that's what creates real motivation. Which brings us to step 4. Suddenly, you actually feel inspired to keep going. Just like that, you've broken inertia. The hardest part is over. All right, so enough of the theory, right? That's the why it works. Now let's get into the fun part, the how. How you can actually start using this thing every single day. Seriously, think of this as your brand new superpower. This is how you take those giant, scary goals and make them, well, not scary at all. I'm going to run a 5K. That sounds intimidating, but I'm going to put on my running shoes? Anyone can do that. I'm going to read more books. Feels so vague, but I'm going to read 1 page? You could do that right now. See what we're doing? We're making the starting line so ridiculously close that you basically just trip over it and get started by accident. And this right here, this is the most important mindset shift of all. The goal is not to finish. The goal is just to start. You're not trying to clean the entire kitchen. You're just trying to master the habit of showing up. And here's the magic. Once you've started, once you've read that 1 page, you'll probably find you want to read another one. But you know what? Even if you don't, that's totally okay. You still won because you started. Okay, so I want to leave you with a little challenge, a way for you to take this from just some interesting idea you heard about to something you actually do. Here it is. The next time you feel that resistance, that wall going up, your only commitment to yourself is 2 minutes. That's it. Just 2. Put on the shoes, write 1 sentence. Put 1 dish in the dishwasher. That's the entire commitment. So I'll leave you with this question. What is it? What's that one thing you've been putting off? Think about it right now. Now, what's the 2-minute version of that thing? Got it? Okay. As soon as this is over, go do it. Don't sit around and wait for motivation to show up. Use these next 2 minutes to go out and create it for yourself.